Graduated high school?
Yeah, I graduated college, to be honest with you. Like,
what'd you get? What degree?
I got a degree in business, in marketing. I have I have 2 degrees, business, marketing, and I have a minor in computer science. I went to school, I was the same shit I was doing in high school, the same shit I did in college, hustling. Like, but at the end of the day, I was smart. Like, I still went to class. I used to go to class. Like, I remember used to be in class and the teacher be like, "Boy, you got more money than me." You feel me? Like, I'm coming to class, I'm fresh. We sipping in class, especially college. You feel me? We was sipping one, cause my best friend, his daddy used to have a drink when we was little kids. So we been sipping when we was 13, 14 years old, way before it was Activist and Alpharma, when it was boiled in the glass pints. Like, a lot of these new school niggas don't even know nothing about none of this shit. Like, and like, we used to get pints for $50 and $60 in 2001 and 2000, you feel me? But in college, I used to come to class, double cup. This like 02, 03. You feel me? Way before it was like, this was when it was Alpharma then. Like, niggas ain't know nothing about none of this shit. These new niggas drank anything. Like, you can sell these niggas Robitussin, and all you gotta do is put it in the right bottle. They got some fake act right now I just seen a nigga with, and niggas faithfully drinking that shit. That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
Is it true sometimes, like with the fake drink and stuff like that, they've used like shampoo and stuff?
Man, I don't know what this shit is. It ain't it though. Whatever it is, it ain't him. Man say, bro, they got some shit, we call it almost. I swear to God, that shit tastes like it. Almost.
Oh,
it's close.
almost.
We either call it close or almost. It's almost Activist, and that's that shit y'all. But they got some niggas out here that, like, I swear to God, when they came out with that no label shit, and I'm like, niggas like this Watson, and this is, man, bro, not to incriminate myself, but bro, we been sipping since sipping was sipping. So it was like, I done wrote my own shit, you feel me? Like, I with everything on it, you feel me? So it's like, it's on some shit like, how the pharmacy ain't got it? This no label drink, but niggas in the street, man, y'all drinking moonshine. Like, that's some shit a nigga making in the bathtub at their house. And like, come on, bro, these niggas got infinity. Like, okay, I can only get these 2-3 pints of High-Tech, these 5 pints or whatever. But this nigga got 200 pints of this shit here. Like, okay, come on, bro. Like, you gotta be smarter than that. Like, but that's why I say the culture's so watered down, everybody wanna be cool. So they don't have to be sipping the real shit. They just gotta look like that's what they doing. I done been in the studio with some major niggas that you would think would know better. That be drinking that shit and be like, Byrd, you want, I'm straight. Man, I'm straight.
How can you tell? How can you tell the difference
in
the real and the fake?
If you, man, I don't even have to taste it. I can smell it. I ain't got to taste it. Like, you know it. Like, but that close, that almost, it smelling. But the only reason why I know it's not him, because it's not, Activist is not around, bro. Like, I know niggas with sealing machines. You could go, they got a store, you could go buy them peroxide bottles and shit, and make some labels and put, like, a sealing machine ain't common. I'm giving y'all the game. Like, you feel me? The shit is not impossible for to get. Like, just because it got a seal on it, don't mean it's real. Like, you won't buy a seal machine? Hey, bro, that shit is not complicated.
So if someone says they have Activists.
It's not, listen, unless it got a expiration on that says something before 2000. Say, bro, they had, in my lifetime, it's been 3 drink droughts. And it was like 06, 07, it was the first drink drought. Man, I swear to God, I put this on everything I own and look. We was buying pints for $80, $100, $125. Red, niggas sipping red now. Niggas used to give red drink away. Like, ain't nobody want that shit. Like, nobody, like, you, doctor write you a script for red, you pissed off. Like, I don't want that shit. Like, and when it transferred from Alpharma to Activist, then they had the first drought. Now, before the drought, the pints was like $4.50. Then they jumped up there, it was like $6.50, $700. Then they all of a sudden it came back, they had to drink again. So the pints went down about $600. Then all of a sudden, I think in like 09, like 2000, whenever, and I'm from Louisiana, and that Boosie will tell you, It was like 08, 09. We used to get the little 4 bottles. And them bitches had got up, they was like 300, so it was like 1,200 a pint type shit. And then all of a sudden it came back again, but I want to say the last, I think an All-Star was the last, when All-Star was in New Orleans, I want to say that was 2013. It was either 13 or 14. That's the last, like 14 maybe was the last real time, like, and it wasn't, you had to damn to be somebody special or know somebody, like that shit wasn't flowing like that. That shit was up to $200 a line, like niggas was selling, like, you know, a rap nigga, and that's why I say these rap niggas are fucking it up, cause you find a rap nigga, you could sell him a pint for $3,000, that shit is uncalled for. Like, that shit don't make no sense, but I done did it, I done paid it, you feel me, but that shit's stupid. But we niggas, we living backwards. You feel me? Nigga spend $800,000 on some shit that they can't do nothing with, that's gonna be gone tomorrow, but I ain't got no college fund for their kids. Like, I ain't got no bank account that's secure. Like, you coulda put that in the bank, them $1,000, $200, $300. I know I done spent $200,000-$300,000 on my drug habits. You feel me? Tripping, but you know, we lost, so we do a lot of stupid ass shit.
How long have you been sipping for? If you could put it in an amount of years, what would you say, if you can estimate?
15 years, 16 years. On a consistent, everyday basis, about 13 years. But on the first time I ever sipped drink, about 15, 16, we was in high school.
Are you addicted?
Yeah. I quit every day. Every day I wake up and say, I'm not gonna sip. I look at my stomach and say, Byrd, your stomach done got too big, you're tripping. Like, my girl get mad at me, but then when I stop sipping, I have attitude, I don't want to talk to nobody, I'm flashing out on everybody, she gonna go find me some drink. Like, it's I know, even my mama, I swear to God, on everything on the left, I have never cursed my mama. One time, when I got shot, I had to go, when I got out of the hospital, I had to move back home. And my mama, hey bro, this how crazy, I couldn't drink sodas. So I used to sneak, my partners would come sneak pints to me in the hospital, and my mama got telling them niggas, man, I know y'all coming up here bringing that drink. And the crazy part about it, I had a hole in my stomach, so when I drank it, it'll just come right back out, and I'm looking like I'm really just wasting my money, but I'm just addicted to the taste and the feeling so much that I gotta drink it. So I had went to surgery, and I had pulled up buku cold drinks before I went to surgery. And I come back from surgery, my mama had to throw all the cold drinks away. So it was like, it wasn't the cold drink, there was Hawaiian punches, because I couldn't drink no acid. Man, I flashed. But that ain't the time I cursed her. I had went home, and I had she used to always be checking my little shit and shit. So I had bought like like the grape juice, but it was like, you'd be covered on the outside. I had some drink in the refrigerator, and I come in the kitchen one day, she say, boy, what is this? And she holding the drink up, she say, this that shit, I know you drinking that shit. So that's why you ain't gonna never get better. That's why you keep going back and forth to the hospital. You tripping. I told you stop drinking this shit. Man, my mama opened that shit and poured that shit in the drain of the sink. Man, I flashed it. Man, you crazy. You tripping, man. Fuck that shit and whoop de woo woo woo. Man, my mama say, boy, you curse me. Oh, you about to get the hell up out my house. Like, that shit was crazy as a motherfucker, man. Like, that's the only time I ever cursed my mama, but I know I got a problem. Like, I quit every day. Like, every day I wake up and say I'm about to stop sipping, and by 12 o'clock I'm looking for the juice, man. Like,
I heard that it is the withdrawals that keeps people sipping.
It ain't that. It's indisposable. What they call it, disposable income. You got some money, you ain't tripping. You wasting your money every day. Like a nigga who. If you sit there and think about it, if you just buying a $4 a day, $200, and just say you do that 30 times a month,
6,000.
6,000 times 12 months in a year.
36,000.
You feel me? Now you multiply that times, I've been sipping 13 years. You feel me? Think about it. We talking about a couple Benzes and a Wraith.
Shit, at least $500,000.
Hey, and I'm tripping, but at the end of the day, you're not thinking about that because you constantly making money every day. And to a nigga, and you look at people who drink beer and all that, you be like, man, you tripping. But they really ain't tripping because that shit don't cost nothing but $3, $5. You go buy you a pint of Patron, that shit might last you a week. You ain't about to drink all that shit. You feel me? I can't even drink liquor. I drink a shot, I'm drunk. But I can drink this shit. If I don't drink this shit, I won't go to sleep. When I drink, I'm up. Like, that shit crazy. But it's definitely addiction. It's definitely like you go through withdrawals. Like when you stop, you gonna have the shits. Your body gonna be hurting. But that ain't why people do it. Because at the end of the day, that shit don't last nothing about 3-4 days. Like if you really wanted to quit, you'll quit. Cause it done been times I done said I quit, and I quit for about 2 weeks or something, get the fake working out, and you could like the shit so bad, cause it automatically put weights on you. But it's not the drink that put the weight on you. It's drinking all that soda, the carbohydrates from the soda, cause a soda got like 23% of your daily value of sugar. So you drink 3-4 cold drinks a day, and that ain't even including the food that you eat. You feel me? So that's why people gain so much weight. That's why a lot of people who say they sip, I know these niggas ain't sipping, man, because they belly too small. They ribs showing. Like, unless you just come from a bloodline of family where you just gonna naturally be small, you can't. Every nigga I know that sip drink faithfully that was small is a big nigga, man. If they ain't big, they way bigger than what they was. Like, that shit really put weight on you, man. Like, I graduated high school, I weighed like 180, 185. Like, that shit really, really do. But you gonna be addicted. That shit like it's really liquid heroin on some shit. If you really sit there and think about it. Cause you got the same withdrawals of heroin addict had.
So you don't think you need rehab, or?
I think even if I went to rehab, I think the only, to be honest with you, the only thing I think will make me quit is if one or two things happen to me. Either I get incarcerated for a long period of time and I have no choice but to stop because of that. And when I come home, it's just something that I'm not gonna do no more, or if they just got rid of it and took it off the market. Like, and there was no way for me to get it. That's the only, like, I quit all the time. I didn't even have my doctor to tell me I need to stop. And I stopped for a week or two, and it's just, the access is so easy, I guess. If I couldn't get it, it'll be different.
What about health issues? Does that scare you from stopping?
It do, but at the end of the day, a lot of shit we do is unhealthy. You feel me? I eat bad. I don't even eat that much, but I eat 3-4 o'clock in the morning. You be in my house, we might be cooking red beans at 5 in the morning. Like, you feel me? That's the type of shit because to me, it ain't no set hours. I don't have to be to work for 7 o'clock in the morning. So when my 8 o'clock is your 4 o'clock, you feel me? When 12 o'clock in the morning, that's when we moving around. 12 o'clock, midnight, we moving around. That's your 8 o'clock. That's when you winding down, you feel me? So it's a different time period to me. So I don't feel like if I'm eating at 3 in the morning, I'm tripping, because in actuality, that's my 3 in the evening, because I'm still out moving around doing shit, you feel me? But it make you breathe hard, it curves your libido, probably why I ain't got no kids. Cause you get to the point you don't even be tripping about no sex. Like, you gon' fuck, cause that's some man shit, but like, that shit ain't how these niggas be on some jackrabbit horny man shit. It don't be like that. Like, this shit damn near better than pussy, to be honest with you.
Now, have people tried to intervene? Have people tried to
mama, old lady,
do an intervention maybe?
Yeah, I talk to everybody, mama, daddy. I mean, I don't hide it because I can't, because at this family event, you feel me? But at the end of the day, people say it's a health risk, but people die from alcohol shit every day. Ain't nobody dying from sipping drink. You feel? People say people like Pimp C, Pimp C had all type of shit in his system. You feel me? And he was a wild nigga. Like, you feel me? Ain't nobody just dying from sipping drink. No, but you never catch the news and say, John Smith just had a codeine overdose and he died at the age of 25. But how many times you see people drunk driving on the news? Like, that's why I don't feel bad. I don't, like, what I'm gonna do, go to sleep and wake up? Like, you feel me? It's like people that smoke weed. You don't have weed overdoses. Like, so why is it so bad for me to smoke a blunt? Like, nobody got high and went high driving and ran somebody off the road and killed somebody, you feel me? Like, so if you could get drunk, why I can't smoke a blunt? You feel me?
No diabetes or anything from all the soda and sugar you've been
Diabetes
intaking?
running my family. When I got shot, they told me I had diabetes insipidus, which is the reason, like, it causes me to have to pee a lot or some shit. And they told me, like, on some shit that, like, if I continue, I'ma have. But I have a cousin, he's diabetic, and he sip drink since we was, like, just as long as I've been doing it. And he found out he was diabetic and he stopped. And he went probably about 4-5 months. That nigga lost buku weight, like 60-70 pounds. But shit, now he sip drink again. He's back on it. Like,
He wasn't able to shake the diabetes off?
I mean, he's still diabetic, but he still sip drink.
So you're not full-blown diabetic?
Nah.
But could you be?
It runs in my family. My grandfather diabetic, my dad diabetic, like my uncle, like the shit run in my family. But at the end of the,
I mean, common sense would say
to stop.
All the sugar that comes with the soda could contribute to a possible diabetic situation.
And I think about it every day, and that's why I quit every day, because I think about some of the shit that you saying. But
gotta prick yourself every day. Gotta check
your
blood every day. I guess until
it actually just. But even like I said, I got family members who are diabetics that still sip. You feel me? So they might drink more water now. You feel me? And they might not could drink as much, but they still do it. Like,
now, what does sipping do for you?
It mellows me out. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I get aggravated easy. My nerves bad, and I can say it honestly stops me from being on the bullshit. And like I say, it don't make me go to sleep because I'm used to it. And I don't even think it's like me chasing the high anymore. Like, I think it's just caught in my routine. But anybody tell you, like, when I'm not, I'm a different type of nigga. But proactive, when I'm not, I want to go do shit. We could go running and play basketball and do all the other shit. And I'm cutting the grass and doing all the other shit. But then I'm going to have to get an old lady, a real old lady, not that shit I be having, and be fucking there all day, every day. My libido gonna be high. I'm gonna have 10 kids, and that shit ain't what's up. I like living my bachelor life.
Now, I've seen Young Thug pour some, I guess, activists or whatever you guys use for the mix for the drink. But I've seen him pour it on ice cream. He had an ice cream cone, and he poured some of it on there. And then he had 21 Savage recently poured some on his waffles instead of.
Just stunting. That's that new age shit. Like, you just tripping. Like, the dumbest shit I ever did. Like, one year for New Year's, we pulled up in the Ace of Spades. That shit was nasty as a motherfucker. But we just on some stunning shit. We pour an 8 in a bottle of Ace. Just damn near $1,500 bottle of Ace now. You feel me? Like, that's some, like, in drink culture, that shit crazy, because you spill some drink on your shirt, you feel like that bitch costs more now. You feel me? Like, that shit crazy, but that's wasting. All that shit, that's just some stunner man shit. That's their new rap shit, because they ain't paying for that shit, or they just got this free rap money that they just don't care about doing stupid shit. But at the end of the day, I can't speak for all them dudes. But them dudes don't sip like how real cultured, like Paul Wall and niggas like that sip. Like, they don't sip like them niggas sip, man. That shit different. They don't sip. I sip them niggas. I ain't down talking no nigga. I sip them niggas on there. And there ain't no reward for that. It's stupid. Like, we talk about all this shit, about this shit all the time, but ain't no reward for that. Like, drinking cough syrup is very dumb. Like, why are you drinking cough syrup and wasting your money on some shit that you're not gonna know about tomorrow? But at the end of the day, nigga's stomach too small, man.
You don't think that's dangerous or
It
a
is,
deadly?
but
No. I mean dangerous. I'm talking about mixing the syrup with the Ace of Spades, which is a liquor.
yeah, it was. But I was on some I'm about to be at the house type shit. It wasn't no we in the club popping bottles and I don't get drunk. I probably like I said, I drink anything.
So this was in your Vegas room.
And this was there. It really was in my living room. I was having like a little a little New Year's get together, and we was on some stunt shit. You know, we got the females. You know, they got their little Snapchats and Instagrams out, and we cutting up on some funny man shit. Tripping.
So almost spending $500,000 estimated wise on this stuff. The possible health risks. Is it worth it?
Nah, hell nah. But at the end of the day, where I come from, nothing. Like, so I be having fun and living life. Like, so ain't none of this shit worth it. Me spending $300 on some tennis shoes when all I could do is walk in them, or $1,500 on some red bottoms, and that's some tennis shoes. Like, you ever wonder why when you drive through $1 million neighborhoods, they got $20,000 cars parked in front of them, but you drive through apartments in the hood and they got Benzes outside. Like, we living backwards. I tell people that shit all the time. I'm happy I done got to the point of my life where I'm still kind of living backwards, but I'm really not living backwards. Like, compared to some of the stupid shit I was doing when I was a child. Well, I ain't gonna say a child, but early in my 20s and stuff like that. Like, we value the wrong type of stuff. Like, and it come from us coming from poverty, and we put the wrong accomplishments on the wrong shit. Like, you balling when you got a $800 belt on and some $1,500 shoes and some $500 jeans, but you don't own your house. You feel me? Like, you don't know nothing about a mortgage. You feel me? We living backwards, but a lot of us like that because we don't expect to see 50. We don't, like, all our partners, you watching people die every day. And even the people that live to see 50, you watching your mama struggle. 60 years old, she still working. You feel me? So you on some, like, that shit ain't cool, so I'm enjoying my life. But true enough, I know I'm tripping. And like I said, I'm educated, I ain't dumb. So I know I'm tripping. But it is what it is.